Assessing tax is only one part of tax administration. What happens if, even after getting a demand notice from the income tax department, assessee fails to pay that amount? So, the defaulting taxpayers, what will be the position? What the Income Tax Act can do? Here, in the tax recovery officer steps in. So in this module we are going to look at the powers and responsibilities and the role of the tax recovery officer. So tax recovery officer TRO is appointed under section 116 of the Income Tax Act. They act under the commissioners of income tax and they have vast powers and responsibilities. They will never assess the income tax returns filed by the assessees or the taxpayers. When there is default or arrears in payment in tax liability or tax due to the government, then only their role will come. The final demand for tax payment is defaulted by the assessee, then they will take the necessary action. So what are the powers of the tax recovery officer? Tax recovery officer is protecting the government revenue. So they have vast powers. First one is they have the right to sell movable and immovable property of the defaulting assessee. It can be vehicle, land, building, jewelry, anything. Second, they have the right to arrest that person and keep him under custody till the arrears are paid. This is following the correct legal procedures. Third is they can appoint a recovery officer. So recovery officer to sell the property of the assessee and pay that amount due to the income tax department. Fourth is they can implement the garnishee order. That meaning they can instruct the bank or a debtor to pay the amount directly to the income tax department instead of the paying to the defaulting assessee. So these are the vast powers. This because they are interested with vast powers because they are protecting the government revenue. And the other side of the story is the responsibilities of the tax recovery officer. Tax recovery officer has to protect the rights of the taxpayers. So first thing they have to remember that they are fair in their dealings and they are acting after getting the final tax order and still they have defaulted the payment. They are not made the payment, so their role, and they have to see that Schedule 2 of the Income Tax Act regarding legal proceedings are fully complied with. Then they have to see that the whatever they are doing is fair and just. They are not acting against the interest of the taxpayers or the provisions of the Income Tax Department or directions of the Central Board of Direct Taxes. They will ensure that the government revenue is protected and at the same time the legal rights of the taxpayers are followed. So they are a bridge between government collecting the government revenue and they will protect the interest of the taxpayers in a fair manner. So this is the role of the tax recovery officer. So they are playing an important role when the defaulters fail to pay the tax due to the income tax department. So that is the thing. They will never, this is the important point you have to remember, they will never assess the tax returns. They will come into picture only when a defaulting assessee failed to pay even after getting the final due order, final tax order from the income tax department.